That sounds really. Oh yeah, it didn't sound like that.
Yeah, they sound different. They do sound different. No.
What was your problem with Babs?
Well, I think Babs was one of the ones that came at me a couple of weeks ago about the sending nudes to online strangers. I don't know who started that ruckus, but there was just a lot of misunderstandings. I think with just shit going back and forth, particularly me forgiving Aiden. That wasn't the core of it, but I guess it's.
Well, I think it's more you're flip flopping on
It's not
certain
flip
point. Not
flopping.
you're forgiving him.
Hey, I think I'm going to actually start arguing this flip flopping bullshit, because what happened is I was on the space with Koala and Flip when he was accused of wiretapping or recording Karen, right? And then it was his actions afterwards that caused me to be like, "You're an asshole." We had fight. We argued. And then, after a couple of months, we went back and forth. I've decided to forgive him. I'm over it. Whatever. That's not flip flopping. That's just I explained this the other night. It's just a relationship. It's never linear. So it's like I forgave him. We're cool now.
I know you were so close. I mean, that Spacey to the World Series. I mean, you really went at him, and I was so proud of you, Lily. Like with the way you really gave it to him, and then it's like, I don't know, you just crumbled after that. I mean, I'm not trying to be wise, Lily. I'm giving you a pep talk. I mean, you really gave it to him, and then you called him out and told him he should debate Koala Chris, and and he was like, well, why do I debate him? And you're the fan, and I'm not gonna debate him. You listen to me and everything, and then you just crumbled after that. I mean, I don't know what happened.
I need to think.
I mean, well, okay, so what turned you initially on Turtle Boy? Was it the recording Karen Reed?
No.
The lying about it? Or?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't the recording of Karen Reed, no. He sent me something, and then he almost set me up, tried to set me up. He sent me, I've never told anyone.
He sent you a dick pic? He sent you a dick pic?
No.
Yeah, just like the 3 you sent. How many was it?
No, he didn't send me a dick pic.
What did he send you?
I can't even remember. I'd have to find it. He sent me
you don't remember what he
it wasn't a picture or anything. It was something to do.
You don't remember? Hold on. You don't remember what he sent you?
No, I don't. I'm looking now. I'm going to look.
Lily, you spent the 31st and 1st of January trying to call him and get in touch with him. I find it hard to believe you don't remember what he sent you.
I do like him. I mean,
was that the night? I think that was the night before.
It felt like 48 hours.
There was a brief break in between.
Okay.
She took a nap, and then I started she started the spaces. That was on MySpace, and then she started the spaces afterwards for me for New Year's. So we had done them on separate, third day ahead of us.
I mean, I've just, for example, scrolled through our messages, and there's a message from him and this is past that, on the 29th of October, where he just randomly messages me and says, "What are you mad about this time?" Where we've obviously been fine, and then I've said something on Twitter, and I've cracked the shits at him. It was about the James Jackson thing that he posted. I said everything. So, it was almost. So then we argued about that. So people don't see the shit I've called him out for behind the scenes. But I can't remember the message. It had something to do with Meredith.
I mean,
and I didn't tell anybody that. And then he came back to me and said, "The story I told you about Meredith wasn't true. I wanted to see if you were someone trying to cause drama and screenshotting conversations. I told you this and only you that to see if it would get back to Meredith, and it did." Well, I'd been asleep the whole time. This was right after Spaces too. So I said, "You told me about what?" "I didn't say shit to anyone. Fuck you, Aiden." Because I didn't say anything to anyone. I didn't send it to anyone. I didn't even care. I didn't even care. I literally this was just after the day after Spaces too, and I.
Well, hold on. I'm a little. What was this story he told you? This ruse. What was the story he told you?
Well, no. I mean, I can't even really understand it.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm not going to say it anyway. Somebody else, because I didn't.
If you want, if you screenshot and send it to me, I'll help you understand.
So basically, he said that I had fucked him and Meredith over and told me to get fucked, so I told him to get fucked. And that's when we started fighting online in front of everybody, and he streamed all my messages and stuff. Because I was like, I didn't say anything to anybody. I didn't give a fuck about your marriage. I didn't give a fuck about this. And he, yeah.
So what made you turn recently, like back over?
Well, I don't know. When did I? I think I just got like I just got all I was well everything that I was pissed off at him about. We kind of settled. You know, it was no became obvious that yes, he did record Karen. Wasn't really denying that anymore. I got over it too. And I got like what am I supposed to hate the guy for? Like I don't know what the fuck. Like I like him. I would prefer it's actually easier. Like I don't want to hate him. I don't want to dislike him, John.
It's fair enough. I mean, can't make someone hate another person.
Well, I don't want to dislike him. I like him. He's fucking funny. He's hilarious.
Mm.
I know you don't find him hilarious. I think that you do. I think you do like him. His humor.
Not as of lately, no.
So do you think you don't think like his rants are funny or when he like? Because I think when people criticize him the most is when he's actually himself. When he craps on and he says shit that he shouldn't say. I think that's the funniest. Actually, that's why I like him so much is because he doesn't give a fuck.
That's fair enough.
A bit like you, John. That's why I've always thought you were funny and everyone thought you were a complete cunt. But I thought behind the scenes, I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious. And when I said it out loud, I copped a lot of shit for it.
You were vilified.
Yeah, because everyone thought you.
Yeah.
Well, how would you like someone like that? He's a cunt. He's trying to cause division. He's saying all these things about Karen and about people that support Karen and about Aiden and about all of Esty. It's like, how could you think he's funny? I'm like, well, he is funny. I mean, it's horrible that it's at people's expense, but I'm not taking away the fact that clearly whoever is behind the account has a fucking great sense of humor.
Did someone tell you to say nice things about me, Lily? Because I mean, that's really the way in my heart.
No, she says it to me too. It's gross.
Oh, well.
Oh,
She says it behind your back. She's got a problem. She's a pick me, you know.
Oh. So do I have to look? Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead.
No, I just saw Tommy's here. Say hi.
I just saw Tommy's here too.
I appreciate all the kind words, Lily. I really do.
I feel like you're being, like you're taking the piss. Actually, John, while I've got you and everyone's listening, why don't you disclose the truth about the note that I sent you?
Yeah, well, that's really the reason why I came up. So, I mean, can I say that we had a conversation the other night? That's not?
I think you
Yeah,
just
I'm
did.
not
I can say that, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Spill the tea, girl. Spill the tea.
Okay, so Lily reached out to me the other night, and um, she made it clear that I mean I had no clue. I mean it was a practical joke. I made a joke that like Lily had sent me. You did send me a message, and I mean it wasn't the middle of the night your time. It was the middle of the night my time, and it said something like "I like you" or something like that.
yeah.
And then so yeah, and then so we were on good terms then, and it was reciprocated. I always liked Lily, and then for some reason, which I would like to find out, Lily then started she started like chirping at me and making like little snide remarks. And this is fair, Lily, right? You did do this, right?
Maybe
Like
about you and Olivia, you mean?
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. We started going back and forth. So it was like a joke back. I said, I'm going to pretend like Lily had sent me a message and I'm going to like Photoshop in a nude and then post it. And then, sound effects. And so like my dilemma was like, I mean, you are an attractive woman, Lily. All right. So, I mean,
Thank you, John.
if I photoshopped in an attractive woman, my problem was people would actually believe that you did send a nude. So I picked, I don't want to say an unattractive woman, but a woman that is clearly much older than you. And
Quite bushy.
well, I redacted some of that, but I mean, she was a victim of gravity. Let's say that she was older than you, and so I said, nobody would believe this is actually Lily. And I mean, Lily, I don't think anyone believed it was actually you. I mean, it was like,
Oh, people did.
and Really?
Yeah.
Now, okay, did you report my account for that, or?
Oh fuck yes, I did.
Okay, because I got suspended. Okay, I just wanted to know. I figured that's fair enough. You know what I mean? I thought, yeah. And then so I didn't think anyone would believe Lily actually sent me a nude. A, and then B, like once they saw the nude, they would say like, "This is obviously not Lily." You know, I mean, it was redacted the face and some of the body parts, but I didn't think anyone would believe it was you. So I feel like let me cut to the chase here. Lily absolutely did not send me a nude, and then we were on bad terms, Lily and I, because I always liked Lily. I never had a problem with Lily, and then just out of nowhere, Lily just like hated me. I mean, I was like, well, what's happening here? Lily hates me, But so I didn't think anyone would actually believe Lily sent me a nude, and then Lily tells me the other night that like I don't know, like this crew of women of like hounding her and like calling her like telling her she sends nudes online and everything. And I mean, it affected you obviously, Lily, right?
Yeah, well, the fact that people thought that I was actually sending nudes to strange men online, which is what I've been accused of, even now.
I mean, that's kind of a strange. I mean, strange man.
A little bit.
Well, you're kind of considered a strange man online. Like,
Okay.
You don't even have a
You live in
profile picture.
Massachusetts you live in Massachusetts or New England and she lives in Australia. Of course you're a stranger man. You
plus his
don't.
name's not John Barron. John Barron is his alias. Look, Tommy, John Barron is complicated.
We all are. We're all complicated deep down,
Well,
aren't we?
John,
I'm in the gym working out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Tommy, meet John. Now, Tommy, if you were to,
You right?
it's okay if you find John Barron attractive, okay?
Sorry, booty day. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay if you find John Barron attractive. He is hilarious. His personality is amazing. But if you are his enemy, it's fucked, right?
Well, I wouldn't want to be anybody's enemy. I don't even know the guy, so I don't need to be his enemy.
I don't know the guy either. I mean, I know him a little bit now.
I mean, do you?
I mean, I've seen my nudes, obviously, but
Whoa.
no, obviously I haven't. But John Barron is a big deal in the FKR world, and it's almost like everyone hated him. A lot of people hated the account because he said shit that nobody else would say. And that was the beauty of it. It was beautiful. But at the same time, there were times when it was brutal, like super brutal.
Some not so kind things.
Like what?
Well, I struggle to know. This is the thing, the evolution of the account. It fascinates me as to, because I can see differences as to when you post and when other people post. Because I can tell when you're not posting because I'm like, they're not funny. That's not John.
Oh, this is way too deep for me. I have no idea how to handle this.
That's correct.
Good luck.
You don't have you have not always had full control or independent control of that account.
What?
Tell the truth.
Of my account?
John Barron, the John Barron account. It's not you that just has control over it or has had.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Well, every post or comment has not been made by you personally. The man speaking right now.
Of course it has.
No, incorrect.
You sound Lily. You sound like a tinfoil hat.
You were about to say I
theorist.
sound like Christy, weren't you?
Yeah, I just said tinfoil hat
When
conspiracy
you say
theorist. Yes.
ill, you actually say ill. Say it for me now. Ill.
Oh.
No, don't.
That's that's it.
Wow, that is incredible investigative work. Holy
He
shit.
doesn't say that.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Tommy,
Oh my god, is that a sound effect? What's that annoying sound?
it was probably a sound effect. John, you don't say ill. You don't. You don't say it on Twitter. You don't say it in real life. Please don't do that.
I say it on Twitter all the time. I say it in real life.
You
I go,
don't.
Do it again?
Ew.
No.
No, AJ, you have to see my face when I do it too. I mean, like this,
Okay, we can FaceTime later so you can show me.
this disgusting face. You're like, ew.
John, AJ wants to
I
slap
say,
your soul. Is she allowed?
I'm sorry, what?
Pardon?
Pardon?
Sorry?
Come again? I just said I didn't hear the last thing you said. Can you please repeat yourself?
I just don't believe that you say ill, that it's in your vocab.
Lily, seriously, that's you're accusing me of having someone else post from the account because you don't think I say ill?
Well,
I like her theory. I'm going with it. How dare you lie to her?
I don't think you do. I just, it'd be very, I don't like it. And I think that I don't think that you would say ill. No.
Okay, Lily. Okay. I don't know how to prove it to you.
think he's more like an icky.
It's more like a thing I write. Like it's more like a thing I write. Like oh, like I mean, like I actually maybe I don't verbally say it, but like I think it all the time. Like I look at someone, like oh, like you know what I mean, like oh, like
You
what's
just lied
that?
to us, huh?
I have to kind of think it out and everything. Yeah, I mean, Lily, seriously, that's the reason why you think the account's shared because because ew is posted from the account.
That's one reason. I'm scrolling now to think. I mean, I don't think it's even a secret that like you may have shared it with someone else, and I don't even care. I just wish that you don't. I just wish that it remained. I just wish that it remained consistent and that there was no. Look, I don't like ill. Okay, I don't think that you should say ill. It's very unattractive. For starters.
Okay, hold on, Lily, hold on. I mean, I'm sure if I looked right now, I've probably been saying ew like
I'm gonna show
forever.
I have done. Look, I've got Canva diagrams on you, mate. I do. Right?
You do what?
I don't know if I do. Yeah,
Lily? Oh God, how come you never shared these with me?
they're private. But listen,
We're supposed to share charts. Oh my God. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
because you know who I thought you were for so long.
Oh,
What's that happening? You know who I thought you were?
who?
I was convinced you were Sean on the golf. And so I do talk to Sean behind the scenes, and I love Sean, right? Love him. And I used to say to him, I've got messages actually, I can even show you where I'm like, don't fuck with me, Sean. I know it's you. And this was before the nude, because Sean would never do that to me. But prior to that, I used to laugh because I'd like you'd post something that I thought was hilarious, and I'd send a message to Sean and I'd be like, ha 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 ha, I know it's you because you've got very similar humor and also that old school Boston approach. You know, you kind of came from where you knew I like you seem to have been around and like you were even at a lot of the court dates and stuff, but weren't there. I've studied you right back until when the account started back in beginning of 2023. And Sean would deny it. I'm not. I don't even know who it is. And like I would say to him, look, it's fine. You don't have to tell me the truth, Sean. I get it, but I reckon you know who it is.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, no, Sean. I mean, I've since spoken to Sean, but not prior to probably when you asked him. I mean, just on a side note, Lily, I just did a search of ew, which is I spell it EWW, and like I've used this far back as April 1st. Let's say March, April 2024. So we're going on almost 2 years now. Like ago, I said ew, and I don't know who I was replying to, but the actual comment is. Ew, you give off feminist vibes. Do you also believe men can get pregnant and menstruate? So, like, I've said ew for a very long time.
Okay.
Was that influenced by someone? Because it's
I don't know.
a date. As of like, so this is not something you said for like a long time in your life.
No, I'm saying I searched on my account EWW ew, and I'm looking
Oh,
at
on your
like how
account.
far back. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, so she's saying it's like it's something recent that I just I reference what?
Go ahead. You continue. I'm going to reference my diagram. I might even share it just for fun because I don't think I've actually touched this diagram since before the nude. So it'd be hilarious to see actually what is on it.
I would pay to see that.
That is
Actually,
John
are you
Barrett.
serious? You really created a
Who
diagram?
is John Barron, right? I've got it. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to
God.
actually share it with you guys. I'm going to share it. Oh, Aini. Give me 2 seconds. I've just got to screenshot this. Okay. You'll have to zoom in because there's. Oh, Aini.
Oh, Arnold, what does he want?
He wants me to throw the boat for the 465th time. I know. Ready? Go. Okay, I've got it. I'll tag you both. It's fucking hilarious, actually. We can work through it together. So it's just a photo, so you have to zoom in. But I put so funny. Now that I look at it.
Oh my God, Lily.
All right, so John Barron's in the middle with the star.
Oh my God.
And then you've got.
How long did it take you? How long did it take you to make this?
Not long, because I
I hope
actually
you.
wanted to expand on it, but I was trying to work out dates, right? And now I'm
Yeah.
okay. So you've got first-hand accounts for Karen, present day anti FKRs, Turtle Boy, and free Karen reads. But you only became present day is AFKR because it wasn't until late 2024 that you became not you were FKR up until then. So what made you go It was April 20 in 2025 that you first called FKR a cult.
I don't think that's accurate. No, I don't think that's accurate. Hold on. You sure? You might be right, Lily.
So because I was at this point, I was pretty convinced that it was Sean, which is why there's so much about Sean on here, really, in the FKR 2022 to late 24 thing, because on November 5th, 24 is when all the backlash hit Sean after he said that Proctor was fired, Turtle Boy hit back, and then November 19th, 2024. I don't.
Are you talking about no? Are you talking about No Mercy Monday? Or?
I don't know. What was that about?
Oh, it's a rant Sean went
It's the
on his
best day
show.
ever. Lily, have you not seen? You've seen that. You've seen
I mean, I would
I
have
mean,
because I followed Sean. I go, yeah.
he just like went off on and then talked about the LGBTQ ABC whatever it was. It was so funny.
Your mother, for Christ's sakes.
But why?
Your mother, cut your hair, your
My
mother.
question to you is, what happened?
Yeah.
Why did you suddenly go from free Karen Reid to not free Karen Reid? What happened?
I mean, I feel like I'm a human beings. People change opinions on stuff and everything, and
Some would call it flip flopping, but go ahead.
I wouldn't call it flip flopping. I mean, it's an informed opinion. I mean, um, I never really thought about it. I think honestly, I think it was Essie was like what really turned me off. Like,
Yeah,
you know, and like
intrigued by that. So it was because you were pissed off at what Esty did outside of
Stoughton District Court.
Stoughton. That's right. When something happened with Tom's CPU, and I've got
And like she had to like fly down there in a $3,000 Montclair jacket amongst people who are like on Medicaid and welfare, and just like, you know, with her little pink water bottle, and just cause a scene out there. You know, I went to rip the wig off her skeleton head.
okay. And so, why would that though? Why would that decide? Like, have you determined decide whether or not Karen was guilty or not guilty? Like, that's more of my interest rather than the side shit. You know, hating Aiden.
Yeah,
Like, what made you think all of a sudden, okay, now I'm going to give Karen shit and I think she's guilty?
well, I don't know. Maybe I thought like, I mean, like if Karen Reed would like associate with this creature, then like, I don't know, maybe she did it.
Oh, really?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, John,
I
tonight we talked
yeah.
extensively.
I know, but Lily, you kind of like glossing over some other things. I mean, like I'm trying to remember. I mean, it's not that far back, but like, I mean, during this time, like a Body in the Snow documentary premiered, where like, you know, she admitted that, like she said. I mean, like during the whole first trial, like Alan Jackson spent hours like cross-examining first responders on whether she said, "Did I hit him or I hit him?" And like she just announces during this documentary that, yeah, I said I did say I hit him. I just don't think I said it as many times as like they're claiming I said it. You know, so I'm thinking like, oh, she admitted she hit him at the scene, you know, and then like, then I don't know, just some of the stuff didn't make add up, and I can't really pinpoint anything, Lily, but I mean, you have to.
Do you think she hit John now?
How many drinks she had? I mean, she talked. That's another thing in the documentary. I mean, like, she talks about how many drinks she had. I mean, she clearly said like she was not able to drive either. She framed it as like, well, I wouldn't have driven on the expressway. That's our version of the highway, Lily, just in case you don't know. I wouldn't have driven on the expressway, but like I was fine to drive on like, you know, like Canton streets or whatever. And then, but she talked about the weak pour at CF McCarthy's, about how like she was pouring shots into her vodka and tonics and everything. And it was just like all preceding that. It was like, I mean, it was just really trashy. Like, you know, like I don't think it equates to like panhandling, like for the donations and like, you know, like sending people out there and saying like, oh, like order a small, like don't go out to eat this week and like give us your money, like, you know, and like donate it to us, like order a small pizza instead of a large pizza. And it was just like a really a turn off. And then, yes, I mean, listen. I mean, if you put a gun to my head today, I don't think I could give you an answer on whether I think she did or not. What I will say, I kind of realized I would kind of is not great for her. Is like I expected after the verdict. I was not pleased on verdict day, obviously, and But I expected her to, like, within 24 to 48 hours to be like on Good Morning America and the Today Show and everything. And it was like a huge surprise. It was, I think, like a week after the verdict, it was announced, her and Alan Jackson signed with a talent agency. But then, like, I expected her to do like this whirlwind tour of like interviews and like live shows and like autographs and everything. And then like come like July and August, like she hasn't done anything. And I'm like, this is really strange and everything. And I heard some clips from her first sit down interview today about how like she feels like the acquittal day was like so long ago. It doesn't seem like it was 6 months ago. It seems like it was 3 years ago. And I mean, I've seen supporters of John O'Keefe have said that like she is in the worst, almost worse than jail. It's in like this place of, if she did do it, I mean, she is in the like this purgatory of like, you know she has like this guilt, and like maybe she doesn't want to go out there and like do these interviews and put like a happy face on and like make money off of the story. If she
If she's a
if she
murderer,
did
why
it.
would she care?
Well, I don't think you've probably done it in the past and like you will do it in the future. So yeah, I think you should get a life sentence. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, that yes, Karen Reed, she was very drunk, she got into a fight with her boyfriend, and she made a decision, whether it was conscious or not, to like just put the car in reverse and hit the gas pedal, like, and she ultimately killed John O'Keefe. If she did do that, then I can obviously see a victim's family wanting her to get a life sentence. But I mean, realistically, if she was given 7 years in jail, I mean, would someone like that, who's a professional woman, would they reoffend and kill someone in the future? I don't think so. So I think like I don't think murder should automatically be a life sentence. I think it should be looked at as like a person's whole life, what they've done before the crime, and what they might do after the crime. And so there's obviously overwhelming majority of situations I think would deserve a life sentence, but I don't think first degree murder should automatically be a life sentence.
It's not in Australia. Like a life sentence is fuck all here. It's like 25 years, and even then, usually they'll do 15 if they're lucky. But interesting. I don't think that. Okay, let's just say that Karen did hit him, and I don't think she did, but she was tried for murder. So I think she was lucky in the end that she was tried for murder, because had she have been tried only for manslaughter, I would be concerned that she would have. I think that would have been a much. Arnold.
I'm sorry.
He's very cute.
It was the
What is that?
overtoning.
What is he?
He's a chihuahua, of course.
Oh, I thought it was a.
Arnold.
I thought.
He can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You make me sad.
I think.
Are you torturing him or?
No, he's just wanting me to throw his toy again.
Oh, okay.
So, and he likes to talk to me. And I like to listen to him talk to me because it's
Oh my god.
I know. Rah. Say rah. Rah. All right, I'll stop. Yeah, I think it was lucky for her, as much as it sounds kind of fucked, that she was tried for murder. I think that had she have been tried for manslaughter, it may not have been. I think manslaughter, they couldn't prove intent. There was no intent, right? Manslaughter is a whole different ballgame. So they fucked up there, in my opinion. I mean, they fucked up altogether, but it's interesting.
Well, I mean,
So, John, like watching your and studying your change of, like I did see, like I did note down, like, oh, he changed his opinion here and he changed this here. I'm not the only one that studied what happened on your account, because everyone, and it was only for me. I'm like, this is interesting. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I used to laugh with Koala about it all the time. I'm like, I do not want him to come out, because as soon as John Barron is exposed, it all ends. Like, it's not funny anymore. But you kind of got a bit too serious in the end, where it had to go that way, unfortunately. Not, I think it was.
Still sometimes funny though.
Before that, like, it was fun when you were kind of just a troll and no one knew who you were, and it was almost exciting, to see what you'd post next. But then shit started to get a bit too real with certain people, and I get that.
I'm sorry, who did it get too real with?
Well, I think it started with Obot, probably.
I was about to say, I don't think I really knew who you were until Obot.
And even after that, I didn't know who you were until after that. It all kind of died down by the time I came back onto X and had that poll, and like even knew who you were. So I thought you were still funny. which is why I thought you were. I was dead set, hey, that you were Sean. But I even like had a crack at him. I'm like, don't you lie to me. Don't you fucking lie to me, Sean. Like, it's okay. You can tell me. And he'd laugh. He's like, it's not me, Lil. I don't know who the fuck it is. I don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, it's okay. I think it's funny. I think it's great. Like, just don't, hurt anyone or whatever. And he's like, it's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah. But it also was, I mean, it was the first space I did that you came and spoke on, which was the first time anyone heard your voice. And that was awesome too. It was like, amazing that you did that.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'd asked you to do it. It was pretty. I don't think anyone had actually asked you before. And then I did ask you. I think I said, "Come on a Spaces with me. You can change your voice if you want. I just want to talk to you." And then you did come on, which was pretty cool.
I was honored.
Stop it.
Anything for you. Yeah, go ahead. Moving
on. But yeah. So, all right. Well, I'll ask you another question because I think
sure.
If anyone in the chat has a question for John Barron,
no one has a question. But go ahead.
So, what made you turn against Aiden? You changed there too. You supported him and then you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I believe his former girlfriend. I believe some of her claims. I would say to start out.
Has Meredith reached out to you? Well, what she has said to me.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that former girlfriend. I'm talking about another former girlfriend.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But then
Lindsay.
Meredith also reached. Oh, okay.
Her claims, yeah, the claims that rhyme with grape. The claims that rhyme with grape. I believe those.
The claims that what?
Rhyme with grape.
Oh, you believe them?
Yes, I do believe them. Yes.
But she's already come out and said they're not true.
She previously said they were true though. So was she lying then or is she lying now?
Well, that's up to the individual to decide, I guess. I mean, I don't believe it's true. I don't think any woman would.
Well, you have to admit he is a sexual deviant. So you have to admit that, right?
Didn't she show the footage to the cops though? Or is that a different incident of the same?
Which footage? No. So he pushed her on the couch because she wouldn't.
No. But this is a different incident. Yeah. You're right, though. He did obviously assault her too. That evening, the Christmas Eve. He did assault her and push her on the couch as well.
Well, alleged. That's what she said. But I mean, pushing.
You just said he pushed her on the couch.
He did push her on the couch because he. I need to get my facts straight here before I say it. But something happened. He was trying to get something from her, or the other way around, and so
she put a piece of paper down her bra, supposedly.
That's right. He tried to get her, but that was all to do with the grand jury. Look, he pushed her on the couch. In other words, he tried to get whatever was in her bra, and she fell back on the couch. Now that might sound like I'm making excuses for a man that might have physically abused a woman. And Lindsay, if you hear this, I'm sorry if that's the case. I don't ever condone that sort of shit. I think Lindsay, especially, and I think she's redeemed herself spectacularly in the last 6 months in terms of being. Don't you, John?
What do you mean by redeem?
Well, I kind of heard you scoff there, so I'm wondering, do you think she was lying then or she's lying now? I find it all really convoluted and difficult to follow as to who was telling the truth back when he was indicted and went to jail because of that scenario. I think.
Yeah, I find it a little odd that not you per se, but people spent, I don't know, 18 months harassing her and saying that she locked her child in a closet and
Why don't he said that? He said that he slept in a closet. In a closet, baby slept in a closet.
Okay, yeah, she has a kid that sleeps in a closet and everything, and I mean, she definitely gave a whole rundown of the harassment that I think it was January of 2025, maybe? Yeah, January 2025 at a HBO hearing. She definitely gave an explanation of all the harassment and the phone calls. I mean, from people called flying monkeys that wound up by Turtle Boy and pointed at her. Turtle Boy he spent Christmas Eve as a fugitive. Christmas Eve of 2023 as a fugitive after hitting her. And then he spent Christmas Eve of 2024 in a courthouse, sitting in on a HBO hearing. It had nothing to do with just because she was a party to it. So I mean, how depressing to spend Christmas Eve in a Stoughton court or a Denham court. But anyhow, I just find it a little weird that these people that like spent 18 months like terrorizing her, all of a sudden like, you know, think that, oh, she redeemed herself, now they love her. Right? I think it's hypocritical on their part. I mean, not on her part, on their part.
Okay.
You don't think it's a little weird how people who spent like 18 months like saying like the most horrible things about her have like completely flip flopped and done a 180? You don't think that's weird?
I think it's okay, sure. I don't know if I think it's weird. I think that he went to jail because of it, for starters. But
Okay, so hold on. You think he went to jail based off of what? Lies?
No, he went to jail
Lies?
because he went to Lindsay's that night and he shouldn't have.
Well, no, it's not against. He didn't break the law by going to her house.
Yeah, he did. There was an order, right?
What? No, there wasn't an order. I mean, you didn't have it. There wasn't an order. It's not. It's not against the law to go to someone's house. But I mean, it's what's allegedly happened at the house is what caused him to go to jail.
Because
They're hitting her because she
but she
claimed
filed
that.
the assault charge the next day or whatever, right? The complaint.
Yeah, she claimed. Yeah,
They said that he assaulted her and he was on bail.
correct. So, do you think he
But
did
how
it or didn't
there?
it?
How did she get in there? I mean, I know Abe made his own way there. He's a big boy. He's a man. He got in his car and he went there. But she did say to him, "What? I've been subpoenaed to testify at grand jury."
Yeah.
And he wanted to see, and she didn't want to text. She said, "Oh, I can't text it." He wanted to see the paperwork. He consulted his lawyer, who said, "Don't fucking go." And I think,
well, obviously, if there's a witness who's subpoenaed to testify against you, probably the smart thing to do would not go there and intimidate them or harass them. But Karen Reed obviously supposedly also told him not to go there.
That's right. Correct. He went there.
Which isn't against the law. He was violated for allegedly assaulting her there. Do you think he actually assaulted her when he was there?
No.
So that would mean you think Lindsay lied about it, then, correct?
No, I think she was emotional and I think trying to get something from her and then her falling on the couch is not abusing her. But I wasn't there, right? And I do take his word for it in that capacity because I don't know Lindsay. I know him better than I know Lindsay. Let's put it that way.
Okay, fair enough.
Right. What do you think about her texting Mello from the bathroom at the time that he was at her house?
Well, I think you should. I think if you need help, you probably wouldn't text some fat slob that lives 50 miles away. You probably call 911.
Yeah, why the fuck are you in contact with the people that want to put you in jail? That's my question. It's fucked up. The whole thing's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think if she had direct communication, I'm assuming she had direct communication with him because she'd recently been subpoenaed, and he's never prosecuted a case. He was a special prosecutor. He was barely a defense attorney. He probably did things that...
You could barely breathe, let alone be a fucking defense attorney. But yeah, go ahead.
I say one thing. They say the guy was on his deathbed for like 18 months now, and he's still alive. So I'm saying something for the guy.
I don't know about the whole fake abortion thing. And honestly, a lot of that shit, believe it or not, I glossed over a lot of that when, with his streams and stuff. And I have gone back and watched it in hindsight, not for ages, because his personal shit never really interested me. So, like, for example, I am friendly with Leah Denduso. I've talked to her offline. We're friends openly online. I don't give a fuck what Aiden says about her. I've never gone back and watched. I don't care. To me, she's gorgeous and intelligent, and she has, I have no reason to dislike her or disbelieve what she has to say. She's not forcing any kind of opinion on me. It was only yesterday, actually, that she messaged me and, saying that she appreciates that basically I'm no bullshit. She's not trying to push anything on me, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, you should hate Aiden or believe what I say. Here's my side of the story. I think she's actually probably one of the more sophisticated ex-girlfriends that he's got. But I also know that she fucking can't stand the guy, and I haven't delved into that. As I said, I haven't gone back after years and years and watched his shit on her. I've got no reason to.
Well, he did make a Twitter account for over a year, put out sensitive photos of her. So, I mean, I can see why she would hate him.
Well, I think he did a lot more than that. I don't know about that.
Well, yeah.
He probably did a lot more than that. And to me, I mean, I think she's great. I think she is, as I said, I think she's super sophisticated. She's gorgeous. And
She likes dogs.
she's
I mean, I
told
like her.
me a lot of things that I wouldn't repeat and that I think will, yeah, fucked what she has been
Yeah.
through. But
I think so. It's safe to say, like, you would consider her, Leah, a victim of turtle oil, then, right?
that's difficult for me to say. I know. There's, I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like she's, I mean, confided stuff in you, or stuff that she's been through. I mean, based off of what she's told you. I mean, based off of the public record. I think based off of the public record, anyone would say she's a victim of Turtle Boy, and it sounds like you know more than what's out there publicly. I mean, how can you not say she's not a victim of Turtle Boy?
Okay, well, to be fair, for once, I've actually only heard her side. I haven't watched any of the old streams and stuff about her, so I don't know what her boy's side of it is, and I'm not actually even interested because it's not. I like Leah. And if
Well, let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say,
tomorrow and said Leah's this and Leah's that, and you shouldn't like her because of blah blah blah, it'd reflect on him where I'd be like, well, fucking mind your own business. This is my opinion. You stop trying to deter the way I feel about her. She's been nothing but pleasant to me. She's been nothing. She actually was an ear for me, like when I had issues with Aiden and he fucked me over with the whole putting me on his streams and stuff. And so I've confided in her as well. But as far as I'm concerned, if Aiden were to come up to me tomorrow and say, why are you supporting Leah or why are you, I'd be annoyed because I'd be like, just fuck off. Like, it's got nothing to do with you. So I've got no reason to go back and, hang on, Proctor's iCloud has just said, why do you talk to creepy John Barron? He's a shit disturber. He likes and division more than a 13-year-old girl. Okay, look, Proctor's iCloud, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Who said that? Who said that?
Some random dickhead account that has zero intellect. Just, I like John Barron, okay? So if you want to fight about it, Proctor's iCloud, be a little bit more smart about it, okay? You've got zero level of grammar. It's fucking retarded. He's a shit disturber. He likes gossip and division more than 13-year-old girls. Sounds like an incel. Okay.
Hold on. He's Proctor's iCloud. The account is 2 months old and has already changed the username 6 times. So I mean, that's not opinion discarded. Okay.
Oh my god, their banner is my post saying, "Hey Meredith, unblock me, fuckwit." Look, I see that you're a supporter of mine, and I appreciate that. But that's really old now, and there's no look. Don't be mean to John Barron, okay? He's a nice guy.
Thank you.
You're a nice guy, John.
Oh, okay, so Barry's here. Hi, Barry. How you doing?
Oh, hi, Barry.
Hey, John. Good morning, brother. How you doing, dude?
Good. Barry, you've been coming around lately, too. To my side, no?
I have a lot to say, John. Are you ready, Lily?
I'm ready to hear what Barry has to say. He's been teasing some stuff the last couple of days.
I've never spoken to you, so it's like it's great to actually finally meet you.
Likewise, Lily. Thank you for letting me join you guys.
You have a hotter voice than I expected you to have, so go ahead.
A what? A hotter voice?
Correct.
I am pretty fucking hot. So
Wow.
yeah. So
go ahead.
Karen Reed's innocent, for starters. I read all the trial one transcripts, and I know for a fact Karen denied it, John. Okay, so my issues that I have seen since the end of the trial is to understand what's been going on. Number one, there's an individual that I'm sure some of you know, Christy Citroni, or Schneider. She's been, yeah, Christy. So how should I put this? Christie has been manipulating Aiden Carney for quite some time. So much so that Lindsay Catani filed a BBO complaint against Tim Bradle. Okay? And at the same time, there has been a lot of text messages, DMs that have been shared throughout the community related to Aiden and Karen Reed, so much so that it is violating attorney-client privilege. And at the same time, it is also being utilized, knowing that Aiden's a witness, for the purposes of witness retaliation. Now, what Christie doesn't understand is that when Aiden or Karen or someone else is a witness and you are utilizing that for the purposes of retaliation, that's a crime. Okay? Number one. Number two, at the same time, Aiden has had parties who have been engaged in bad acts. And when I say bad acts, I mean some pretty fucking bad acts. And it has mitigated their ability in real life to do the things that they normally do so that they have a happy and healthy life. And I'm not going to name names, but I'll just give you some examples. My daughter is a model. She's 19. And there have been parties directly related to Aiden Carney who have utilized that as leverage to retaliate against a witness. That witness is me. And the reason why I'm a witness is in the summer of 2024, Nick Rocco, Aiden Carney, Deanna Corby, Jen Altman, and Meredith O'Neill have all been participating in games of chance for each legal defense fund. In the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you're not allowed to run games of chance and connect that with a legal defense fund, never mind two of them. So when they started running these games of chance and they were violating Commonwealth statute, I filed with the Attorney General, and I also advised the entire community that they need to stop doing this, because if you're trying to, have the public perception that this is, a malfeasance of justice, you may want to start running fundraising campaigns that are legal. And when this started, there were individuals that had started targeting not only myself, but there were others. So much so that, again, my daughter was utilized for leverage so that they could conduct their campaigns
By who,
to
though?
hurt people.
Who exploited your daughter?
Jason Broyles.
Okay. Those Royals. That's a whole other kettle of fish.
Jason Broyles and Jen Altman.
John Barron, you better not. Look, we need to have a discussion about this.
And I just want to give you guys a heads up on something about John. I met John this year. Whose noise is that? Hello?
Go ahead, Barry. Go ahead.
Okay, hey John. So I met John. I met John online last year because I had been working with an attorney in New Jersey by the name of Nan Gallagher. All right, and part of the things that she had me do for her last year was to help her, work on stock accounts, for example. And that's how I got to meet John a little bit. And I am very thankful for John.
Wait, John Barron?
Sure. Oh, absolutely. Yes, John Barron. Absolutely. I'm very thankful for John. Very thankful.
As am I, man. It's me and Barry have struck up a friendship.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I consider her a friend.
Likewise, John. Likewise. And starting at the end of the trial, I worked on the S-Read account. I did that for Nan, because Nan was targeted on that account in addition to Esty, and I had worked on stock accounts for her going back to April of last year, and there have been people associated with Aiden Carney who have made it a mission to ensure that there are people that are, never mind marginalized, but they are not felt as if they are taken seriously. Okay? And part of Aiden's issues is the people that he's had around him and making decisions without reconciling the effects that he is having in the community. Okay?
Agree.
So, yeah, so when, I've tried to speak with him regarding what I've had to go through with Christy. Mr. Broyles, Miss Altman, speak with him regarding what, never mind myself, but what others have been through.
So have I.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we're not alone. And he just does not understand what people like Jason Broyles and Christy Citrone and Dara Murphy, for example, have done to people that actually do try to support Aiden. And I'll give you a little backdrop as my entire second half of last year, Lily, gone. I didn't work. I didn't work from August to the end of the year because of what they did.
I have seen.
It was that bad?
Like what's happened, particularly like I've seen, the accusations thrown out. I haven't seen any pictures or anything about Broyles and your daughter, for example. I didn't know like the depth of it.
Almond published photos of my daughter, and the kicker is that here's what the law actually dictates regarding those photos. My daughter was a minor in every one of those photos.
And why did you do that? I mean, did you say Altman?
You're asking the right question. Okay, so why would Jason Broyles do that? Because I was in a relationship with Nan Gallagher. That's why.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I also have reason to believe that Nan Gallagher has done some really, really shady shit. Really shady with me. Really shady.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. So, for example, Nan Gallagher was sexually harassed on a stream on July 13th on a show called Calling All Games, okay? And,
I'm familiar with the show.
okay. 2 days prior to that, Jen Altman and Jason Broyles shared the photos of my daughter, all the photos that they could grab, and use that as leverage in order to manipulate the work I was doing with Nan and the relationship I was trying to have with Nan. For example, okay?
So when you say like Altman and Broyles used your daughter, which is fucked, to manipulate you, what,
Yeah.
why, like for what purpose?
Because they're fucking pricks. That's why. Plus, they wanted to make sure that they had control of the entire stock account war that was going on after the trial. That's why. And they wanted Nan to basically be one of their assets, something like that. I mean, that's how it played. So, like, after I was betrayed in August by Christy Citrone, because Christy Citrone, believe it or not, was the one that convinced Nan Gallagher got, I think, a full phone extraction from Nan Gallagher because he has over 200 photos of mine from Nan's phone. My
But I think we've worked past them.
So you think he was a good bloke?
I think he's what?
You think he's a good guy. He's a good bloke.
I have no issues with Jason. If anything, Jason should have an issue with me. I made a comment about his daughter. I mean, I don't want to get into it. I made an
Sure did.
inappropriate comment. I made an inappropriate comment, and he was rightfully angry. He said some stuff to me. I said some stuff to him, and we moved past it.
You think he's a quality human being, though?
Do I think? I mean, I can only vouch for what I know, but you tell me, because my problem with the stuff about Broyles, and I fully admit I bought into it, is, there's a narrative put out about him.
There is.
Yeah, we know what the narrative is, but I mean, can you name one person who's come forward and give any credence to this? No, you can't. I mean, and you're led to believe that there's like dozens of these people.
He has doxed two of my female friends, though.
We're not talking about doxing. We're talking
But I'm
about.
just saying that, I mean, starting there, I know y'all don't care as much, but that does mean something, just for speaking, basically.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about. No, I'm not trying to trivialize it, but.
It's an offense to people. Right. And I've heard some other things about him, and it was from someone who considers themselves a friend with him now, but was not at the time that they gave me this information.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just weird.
We have heard all those rumors. I mean, we've heard them.
Well, and then your daughter, though, right?
Yeah, so he is trying to publish unredacted photos of my daughter on Twitter. He hasn't done it. I've asked him if those photos are still on his phone. He won't answer.
Of course not.
And I know Jen Altman still has them. And only God knows how many others. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
But holding that leverage over people is fucked up as well, right? Like,
yeah.
Especially when it comes to children.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll put it, I wouldn't do this to anybody else. So again, why on July 13th, right? July 13th, okay? Allman and Broyles get together, share my daughter's photos. I don't know about it for a good 8 weeks. And then after that happens, they don't do anything. There's no course correction whatsoever. And the kicker is that I'm working with Nan Gallagher on things that she would like me to do for her gratis, because I am thinking I am in a relationship with someone who has clearly made those indications that we are in a relationship. We are quote unquote partners, all right? And I come to find out that not only is it was just a complete betrayal by these people. And at the same time, I'm like, okay, why am I here trying to help these people? Why? I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. Why would I want to help people who are violating statute, and then at the same time, after trial 2 ended, I mean, I'm looking at Nick Rocco, Jason Broyles, Aiden Carney, Chrissy Citrone. I mean, the list is long in terms of people that could actually be indicted in the Commonwealth.
Okay, but
Nan Gallagher could be in big trouble as well. For everything.
Question though, Barry, how far away from Holden do you live?
I'm from Massachusetts. I live in Florida now.
Oh, so you live far away. John, how far away from Holden do you live? I haven't asked you yet.
I don't know what Holden is.
You don't know how far away from Turtleboy you are?
I really don't know what Holden is. I'm assuming it's near Worcester. I don't know.
Never driven past Turtleboy's house?
You can just put it in your map, John. I'm 15 hours.
So, in real life?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
She has no use for either one of you now.
John, I bet you want to though.
So here's the backstory on how I got involved just on Twitter and Karen Replays.
Barry, if I can just jump in real quick. I'm a little unclear with your involvement with the raffles. What's your involvement with the raffles?
Well, in addition to being a witness, I filed the complaint with the Attorney General, John, in 2024. Yeah, because I knew the raffles were illegal. You can't run games of chance with a legal defense fund. Never mind two of them.
The complaint was filed with who?
The Attorney General's office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the AG.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't run games of chance in connection with a legal defense fund for a legitimate reason.
I know Grant's done some work on this too, right?
I was the one that told Grant Smith Ellis about the AG filing. He's full of shit.
Like, I think
Pardon my Grant.
Grant is
Yeah,
doing
that's not
amazing.
surprising.
I'm sorry, Lily?
I think Grant's doing amazing since he quit weed. I'm actually super proud of him.
We all are.
Amazing at what?
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of making sense now, and like actually
And getting away from his
God
mother.
bless him for that.
and getting away from his mother is a good one. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Grant's a very vindictive little person. You don't know that side of him.
Well,
Just so you know. Put this. Christy made a deal with Lindsay Gattani so that Lindsay would file that lawsuit and put Aiden's cases in the position that they're in. And that was part of Grant's plan
what do you mean?
to have that.
Everyone has this grand plan to either put Aiden in jail.
I'm not trying to put Aiden in jail. Full stop. Grant came up with the plan so that Lindsay would file a lawsuit against Cosgrove, and I believe it was Tully, so that the cases right now are in peril.
Yeah.
That was Grant's plan.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
that was Grant's plan.
I mean, well played then.
Yeah, well played.
Hey, well played. It's when he goes misinformation in order to target someone, it's purposeful. So Grant and Christy have been trying to malign me for 6 months. I was helping. I was donating to Lindsay. I sent her a non-disclosure agreement so that if she ever needed anything regarding legal defense, contacts, what have you, or any discussions that she would want to have with me, they would be confidential. And Grant has spun this into this weird thing like I was trying to control her, and I definitely was not. The first time I got a call from Lindsay, it was my first contact ever with her, was right after the Mary Bagwell restraining order hearing right before Christmas in 2024. And, I told her that her civil rights case is no different than Aiden's and Karen Reed's. She's got a strong case, especially with what Tully did. After that, there was a Givsenko set up by, who did that Givsenko? Was it? Yeah, it was Lindsay. It was Lindsay, Julie Ginto, and Grant. And Kim Fair reached out to me after a round of golf, asked me if I knew about that Givsenko, and I'm like, yeah, I was told that this is going to be it. And Kate Heater, Michael Gaffney, Kim Fair, and a whole bunch of others, I don't know, they had a snit over this Givsenko because Michael Gaffney said something about, I think it was Grant, and it was a $2,000 donation. So Grant and Julie Ginto got upset about it, and some kind of rumor started about me running a Givsenko fundraiser, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't do that. First of all, I advise everyone, if anybody's going to be making a decision, it's Lindsay's decision to make. I would never step on her toes regarding anything because, first of all, I don't know her at all. I want to help her, but setting up a second fundraiser, it's just, no, I wouldn't do that. And I was making donations to her fundraiser. I was doing that. So Grant, when Grant wants to cause problems, he puts out misinformation. That's what he does. And that certainly includes this other second Givsenko fundraiser.
Really, because I love Grant, and I mean this is all due respect, but isn't Grant like a little bit retarded? Like, isn't like we kind of give him a bit of leeway because of that?
Oh, hold on, Lily. Since when have you loved Grant?
No, I
He's not he is not developmentally disabled. He's not.
It's kind of an act.
He's on. I was advised he was on the spectrum. I have no confirmation of that whatsoever.
He has that really cool belt that he likes to wear. That rope belt. I like that. Shoelaces.
That's my moniker on YouTube. Grant's rope belt. That's me.
Yeah.
So
I like that shit.
nobody wears a belt and pretends it's like a robe and pretends it's a belt if there's not something wrong. He also can easily lose his shit and has very, very little control over his emotions.
He has self-control.
No doubt.
That's a spectrum thing, though. I mean,
yeah, he's on the spectrum. But then there's also like, so since he stopped smoking weed, though, he's been like.
That's good. I didn't even know he stopped smoking weed.
Yeah, he
Good
did.
for him.
That's why he's like.
Wow.
I did. I messaged Aiden a while back. I'm like, fucking hell, like, Grant has got your back. He's seeing the light.
Let's hope.
I mean, I feel like even if we all don't like Grant, but we don't agree with Grant. I think it's safe to say that like the HBO that was taken out against him by the quote unquote journalist Jess Machado. I mean, that's kind of like a little too far, no? Like to get a harassment order against him.
The continuing aspect of it is a bit much.
But I know, I mean, like, she made a big thing about it this year, and, like, when she extended it, and she made it very clear, I'm surprised it was extended, because she made it very clear prior to extending it, that the only reason she was going to extend it was to keep him away from the courthouse. Yeah,
that's what she said, which is fucked up.
I remember now.
Yeah, I mean, there was a limited amount of, everyone knows there was a limited amount of seats for, the journalists, and that was like a tactic to, like, keep him away, so he couldn't, take one, which he ended up, he won the raffle, like, 90% of the time, but
I think at that point, Grant was just hell bent on trying to keep Aiden out though at that stage, and that's where all of the like shit from.
I know, but like, is Jess Machado, is she really in fear of Grant? I mean, like, it seems like it's weaponized.
No, she's not in fear. She is not in fear of Grant.
So she's coming up on 2 years now. She's had a harassment order against them, and the order that's come up for her.
Other women are really scared of Aiden. Go ahead.
Okay. The harassment order doesn't come up for renewal until May of this year, so another 4 months from now. And like I heard that this past week, like she's already talking about like extending it again. Like she's definitely going to extend it again against Grant. I mean, now that the Kyrie case is over, like when would she ever like see Grant in person again? Like why does she need to keep extending this order against Grant? I mean, it feels like. And it feels like she's using the system against Grant, and like I'm no Grant fan, but like I don't think like she should be doing this against him.
I think many people, sorry Barry, I'm going to say, John, look, many people are weaponizing the system. I think many people, inclusive of Aiden, right?
Oh, yeah, Lily, let me tell you something.
You know what I think? Now listen to me, Barry, for a second.
Yeah. No, you're good.
You're good. House, and we just have a punch on out the front, right on the grass.
Yeah.
We don't run off the cops and cry because this person said something mean about me, or they stole my chair from the courthouse, or it's way too much, and it's clogging up the court system over there.
So you would admit then, Lily, that like what Aiden's done to Kate Peter is also an abuse of the court system. I think he's gone in front of a judge a minimum
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years now.
4 years. Yeah.
Gone in front of a judge and said he's in fear for his safety around her, and that he needs a harassment order against her because he's in physical fear for his safety against Kate Peter. I mean, you'd have to admit, that's also an abuse of the court system, right?
All right. Yep. Okay. So let me, and I followed it for 2 years. So let me just be honest and So why has he done that? You said over the last 4 years. So 2 years, for the last 2 years, and I did say earlier, I have always glossed over the kind of personal shit of Aiden's, including Kate. I know a little bit of it, but Kate not. Is it not like a back and? My understanding is that it's a back and forth thing. That she's got orders against him, he's got orders against her. She's tried to take him down, online, kind of like I guess Koala's even trying to do. So it's like online. What you be claiming it's online harassment or defamation? I'm not sure. I actually don't even know the bits and pieces.
I believe one of them stems from claims that she visited his house and left a piece of mail, an envelope in his mailbox, which he found threatening. And then I believe another one, and then he's publicly posted she's left him some voicemails about just over a year ago, where she's like kind of like some kind of rant on the voicemail, and called him some choice names, and that put him in danger of safety. So I mean, nothing physical.
I'll give you a quick rundown of my very limited knowledge. If someone like right now, say if you guys said to me, why does Aiden hate Edith, right? I would say my knowledge of it, and I know it's very like juvenile, like I don't know. I would say if I had to answer, is that they worked together back in the day, prior to 2019, I believe. They worked together, and she ended up stealing from him. I can't remember how or why she stole money or something like that.
Yep, it was advertising revenue. That's right.
And so he then fired her, like basically said, that's it, we're done, and fired her or something. And then she turned on him, and ever since she's been going after him. That's my understanding of it. Up until that, I don't really understand the back and forth. They've never been friendly after that. So
Yeah. I just have to say, I mean, Kate said this before. She's never. I mean, he has no proof that she's misappropriated or stolen anything from him. I believe the whole claim to stealing from him is she started her YouTube show first on Turtle Boy's channel, and then Turtle Boy started one after her on his own channel. So both shows are on his channel. She started hers first. He had one advertiser who was a longtime advertiser for his website, and I guess like the advertiser reached out to Kate and asked if he could advertise on her show, and he asked like what would the rate be, and she even said like she had no idea like how to even give a quote to like to charge an advertiser, and she gave out a price, and Turtle Boy felt like that the price she gave him was like higher than what Turtle Boy was charging the guy, so he felt like she was trying to make it seem like her show was like got more viewers or something like that. But she's never touched. I don't believe he has no proof she's ever touched a dime, and she vehemently denies it. So I feel like I just have to say that. And another thing too. I mean, she has messages from Turtle Boy. Like when she severed ties and left his blog and his YouTube channel, he was fine with her. He was on very good terms with her. He's even offered, and this is in like text message, he's offered to pay her, I believe, $200 a month or $200 a week to be his friend. I mean, I'm not joking. He's offered her money to be his friend and to be able to, to be able to like call her up and like run things by her and talk to her when he wanted to. And then so like when she declined that, that's true. And he's basically admitted this as well.
I mean, why does he have to pay? He could pay me $200 a week. All right, this is it. I'm gonna draw up a contract. No, but why would he ask her to do that? Is that to like mitigate so she would stop creating bad PR for him, or because he valued her input in his career progression?
No, he valued her input. They were on excellent terms. There was no bad blood at the time, and she left, and she says, it wasn't on amicable terms, but they were, didn't have a war with one another. And like he didn't want her to leave, and then like when she was adamant on leaving, he offered to pay her to be able to like call her up and still be able to talk to her and run things by her.
Did she knock him back?
Yeah, she never came back, and obviously, I mean, Kate is very talented.
Did she say no to that offer?
She said no to the offer.
Okay.
Yeah, she said no. Yeah.
And so ever since, I guess, well, then from that, so because as John, we had a conversation the other night, and I admitted wholeheartedly, like she is intelligent, she's well spoken, she's a leader in her own right. She is 100%. All of those things. I've got nothing against her. I don't know her. We've never spoken. Actually, Kate and I have never even. I think once, not that long ago. I sent her. She sent me a message because I asked Chris to get her to message me, and then by the time she messaged me, I already had my answer, and I said, "Don't worry about it." Aside from that, unlike Elise from Distant Tragedies, we spoke on the phone and stuff. I've never spoken with Kate. But I have listened mostly to her spaces over the last few months, and I mean, I have to be honest. When I first listened to her actually speak, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I expected her to be nothing like this. But so why then do they hate each other? What's the fucking deal? Why can't they just get along? I don't get it.
The Karen Reed case certainly prolonged the friction between the two, because Kate Peter was quite adamant that Karen was guilty.
But okay, so Barry, and I don't know this, I'm like legitimately asking you, did she think Karen was guilty all the way, or did she?
All the way.
Because Who
She didn't. She didn't change her opinion. She thought she was guilty.
And did she just say that though because her and Aiden were at odds? I think that's the narrative that Aiden says, right?
Yeah, that's
Odds. And so, because,
that's
for
quite.
example,
Yeah,
let's talk about Elise, or is it Elise or Elisa from Twisted Tragedies?
Elisa.
Elisa. So she was FKR.
She was
And then
FKR.
she went to the Halloween party, I think the same one that Lindsay Gaetani went to, and then something happened after that, or during
Okay.
then, and then all of a sudden, or not long after, Elisa decided that she was apparently was guilty. And so that's Aiden's narrative too, is that, as soon as they turn against him, they turn against Karen or decide that they're anti Karen Reed. And that's, I think, John, the same thing happened to you. It's like, oh, they hate me, so now they think Karen Reed's guilty. And this is what fascinates me about it. It's like, well, that's retarded. Like, who would
It is.
It's completely
Yeah.
silly. You can think that
Yeah.
Karen Reed's not guilty and still support Aiden and vice versa. So they, what about Elisa, right? I mean, but people can just change their minds, which is fair too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Kate never changed her mind. She was always, you know what, I think Karen's guilty. But did she come across the case because of Aiden? That I find interesting. Because if she did, the bias would already be in place.
The confirmation bias was set in pretty early for Kate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's right.
So hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, if I put myself in that kind of situation, I'm not changing my opinion. I go based on the testimony, the physical evidence, the facts of the case, and all the legal arguments that go into a courtroom. Period. They did not do that. Joe Warren was FKR. Plevin was FKR. And they all flipped.
Until Turtle Boy had a crack at him or made fun of him on his show. And Plevin's a funny one because I did follow him. I didn't follow him. Okay. I didn't follow him.
I don't even need to follow Plevin. I know who he is.
I used to watch the Glare make fun of him, and I don't watch the Glare anymore. I don't watch that anymore. I still don't.
I see Bonnie's in the chat, and I gotta say that I was happy to see Bonnie, Ruby, and a few others today say something about what Will did with Nan's son.
Look, Bonnie
And
and I
that,
have differences, but what Bonnie and I can probably agree on is that I still don't like Will. I just don't. I liked him actually up until the whole recorded gate. He's one person. I don't. His entire the way he.
You.
Yeah,
Basically, you.
I'll use John Barron's words here. Ew. Like I unsubscribed. I was a member to him. I don't like him. I think there's nothing worse than somebody. I mean, people call me a simp to Turtle Boy, and I don't believe that. Sure, I like him. And, I make fun of the fact that I like him a lot, all that sort of shit. But
You're definitely not a simp, Lily.
Will is a simp, right? That's a fucking simp. It's disgusting.
Yeah, they're bros. They're bros.
But
they're bros.
I like Jimmy and that's him. I like Jimmy a lot actually. But Jimmy and I actually had not much to do with each other prior to a month or so ago. I really was like, yeah. So anyway, my point being.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Oh, you were going to make a point, Lily. Go ahead.
Yeah, about Will though. What was it about?
There's something about his nature that's off for you.
He's fine. He's fine. He's funny, whatever. But he just clearly. And I had a crack at
He's not funny.
when we argued on the phone. I told him that he calls Will his best mate or one of his best mates, but Will was leading him on to read the window intimidation. Like it's cool to have mates but it's not cool to have mates that don't call you up when you need to be called up. AJ, we've been mates for like a month, and she'll call me out on shit.
That's not surprising,
right? But this guy just, everything Aiden does is funny, everything Aiden does is okay, I'm just going to follow and think it's okay with the shoes that Esty bought me. Like, no, Aiden, surround yourself with better people. Stop.
Very much so.
And he
needs to do that.
Shit. But he heard it, whether or not he took any, I don't know, whatever. But there was something prior to Will that I was trying to get my point across about. Anyway, whatever. Go ahead.
I have my Will. John knows who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right, John?
I think so, yeah.
So Barry, what's
Yeah. Brian LTL.
Oh.
oh
I'm well aware, yeah.
okay, look. Oh. You don't like LTL?
Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Shocking.
So I'm going to read this out to you guys. I've only shared this with one person, and I don't even know who it is because it's the parody account. Because
Yeah.
next to John Barron,
You mean BLT? Are you talking about BLT?
next to John Barron, my favourite is BLT, right?
Yeah, I know him too.
Oh, okay. So when he first started,
True identity.
when I don't know his identity. No, I don't want to know.
I do. I do.
Okay. Well, like John Barron, I never wanted it to be released because as much as I did my dive,
Same here. We don't believe in doxing.
well, it's not
Period.
like, it just kind of ruins the fun. Although now I do know who he is, and it's almost as fun because he's gorgeous.
Yeah,
So it's fun.
dude. He's a good dude.
Well, he's lucky.
Good dude.
AJ,
What now?
it's lucky that he's good looking, right?
Which one?
John Barron.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
talking about me. I thought you were talking about Claire. I thought you were talking about the Glare soap.
Oh, yuck.
Ew. Gross. You say
That's
something.
nice.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't know.
I
Oh my
don't
God.
know. It's okay, look, listen, I'm a woman, I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, so 22nd of August 2025, I was almost going to post something, but I felt, this was before I became outspoken on Twitter, right? But I wrote a note to myself, just like I would do diagrams about John Barron's identity in Canva, and this is what I wrote. And I've shared this with BLT, by the way. Alright, so I've been quietly listening and reading all of this stuff about, oh, here you go, BLT media, and I, for some reason, I've got to get this off my chest.
Okay.
I have not, this is like a diary almost from 22nd of August 2025. It's completely stupid because I don't know the guy. I actually live on the other side of the world, but I need to say something. Ever since I discovered Brian's channel, I purely discovered him because when I found Turtle Boy, he was in jail and Brian was helping. He was keeping the show alive while Aiden was in jail. So I tuned into him and Clara to stay updated on what was happening. But he's not my cup of tea, and I sat through his shows purely for the latest on what was going on with Aiden. On the contrary, I really liked the Clara because he's fucking entertaining. Now, I don't want to be a bitch, but as he progressed from this dude sitting in his bedroom and just being a normal YouTube content creator, I did have respect for him, even though he wasn't someone I would tune into all the time. He didn't bother me. Not everyone likes everybody, but as the trials and the Karen Reid trial unraveled and he started to kind of morph into this, I'm so serious, I'm a professional, I wear suits, look at my studio, and everything has to be polished and perfect. And then he started to have guests on. And he doesn't even engage with his actual guests. He doesn't look at them. He looks either at himself in the reflection, which is super clearly conscious of all the members and super chats coming in. It's gross. And I thought to myself, this guy's fucking annoying. I don't get it. And I legitimately thought it was just me, because everyone else seems to love him. But then the BLT parody account appeared on X, and I was like, oh my god, whoever this is everything I've thought for like 2 years. This person gets me. It's my favourite parody account by far. And it's not because I'm mean or I have anything. I'm so funny, by the way. Okay. It's not because I'm mean or have anything against him, because I don't. As I said, I don't even know the guy, but I was like, okay. It was almost just validation that it wasn't just me. Everyone else is just being nice too. But then as the last couple of weeks have unfolded and all this shit's going on, I have to admit, I would see BLTs. I don't even understand that. I didn't tune in. I just saw it on X and I thought, like, it just never sat right with me. It was so funny. And from the get-go, I thought, this is really sad because he is clearly trying very hard to be the next Turtle Boy, which is ridiculous. And I say it's sad because he doesn't need to be the next Turtle Boy. He just needs to be Brian LTL. It's sad because from memory, when he would attempt to read documents from motions and things that were filed while Aiden was in jail, before Melanie Little was reading them, before the first trial, no shade, but he disclosed that he isn't the best reader. He's got dyslexia, and that's fine. But then he morphed from trying to appear like a professional, independent journalist, and it really irks me because authenticity is so fucking important. There's no
It's fucking huge.
There's no real. This is what I write to myself. I'm such a loser. There's no real point to my post. This was like a ghost post that I wanted to post on X, but didn't. There's no real point to my post except that if anything, I would love for Brian to see that he doesn't need to be the next Turtle Boy. And I saw through that immediately when he started to cover the Unreco case, and it was foul. And clearly, a lot of other people recognised this desire to be the one to break and ultimately be the next Turtle Boy that's going to have the next Karen Reid case. Well, there's only one Turtle Boy, Brian, and B, there's only one Karen Reid. So I just want to extend my support for him as a content creator to shut out the noise, take all of the criticism on board as an opportunity to get better. And if you can't do that, then you're so far removed from ever being a journalist or a reporter, you will never succeed. You've got to have your own back, and if you don't have your own back, you're fucked. I mean, that is hilarious, and I've only ever shared that with one person, with the BLT parody account, but it's so true. I mean, he irritated the motherfucking shit out of me, because I'm like, dude, just be you, stop.
I agree wholeheartedly. So the Esther Reed account opened on June 25th. Okay.
That's what John
And
burned. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
Okay, so when the Esther Reed account opened, Nan had a couple of posts that were put up by Jennifer Allman, and by that Sunday, Nan and I were able to conclude who the two users on the account were. Okay. On that Monday, Nan was up in Massachusetts, and that was her last in studio live. Okay.
Go ahead.
At 11:30 at night on the 30th, she called me up and told me that she had some kind of incident with him. That I'm not going to go into detail, but I'll just say this.
I've heard rumors about this incident, yeah.
Okay, well, the incident happened,
Mm-hmm.
and my advice to Nan that night was, you're never going back to that studio if you have to do a show with him. And you're in Massachusetts, do it from your hotel room. That's my recommendation to you. Don't go back there, because to me, the scuttlebutt from the content creators regarding Brian talking about other content creators behind their back was true. It was real. It was well discussed among other content creators, and that backdrop of him talking about other content creators was also about Nan Gallagher and the relationships that she was the relationships that were being discussed that she was not having. Brian went over the line on the 30th, and that was the purpose of her phone call to me on that night at 11:30, and it was an 81-minute phone call, guys. It wasn't like a short call; it was an 81-minute call.
Look,
So when
Barry, I don't know any of I don't even know why people don't like Nan. I have zero. If someone was to say to me, "Do you like Nan?" I'd be like, "I have no idea. I've never watched her. She's been on creators show like Mike. She's been on with Mike multiple times. She's been on, but I've never watched her. And I don't know whether it's just my intuition. I've just been like, nah. I don't know. I'm not interested. And it's got, maybe that's ignorant of me. So I've got zero. Like, I'm literally neutral when it comes to Nan. I don't know why people like her. I don't know why people don't like her.
Yeah. I can tell you point blank, she is a very skilled attorney, very skilled. And part of the things that I enjoyed doing with her was helping her just know what the hell's going on with the case, with filings, anything that would help her, I would do that. So she's a very good attorney, very good attorney. And she had the shows that she would go on, and that's kind of how she rolled last year. Brian, LTL, she was on with Blair until Beto said that he's not going to do any more shows with Donos. She's been on Cab. She's been on damn near every content creator's screen, except for Aiden, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah.
John, you're asleep. You've fallen asleep. John. Pat.
Attaboy, John.
Okay, I'm going to call.
I love it.
Oh my god.
That's good. Well done, AJ. So one of the most fun days for me last year was closing argument day with Nan. Um, she told me some things that I can't disclose, but she knows David Yannetti. She knows Alan Jackson. She knows Bob Alessi. I mean, Liza Little. She knew all of them. Okay, so I spent the entire day with her on closing argument day, and it was awesome. I mean, she did the whole stream. Oh, Tom CPU. She would always be on the Tom CPU morning streams. Um, she was on that show for the entire closing argument day. She had a small break, and then she went on LTL with the other other guests that he normally has. And that day for us was fucking cool because I know some things that other people don't. Okay,
Okay.
and yeah, so like her knowledge base is really really good. Um, and I was so proud of her on closing argument day because uh, I know what she did. Okay, I know what she did. It was fuck. It was cool. And when she was in Massachusetts, like I said, I reviewed all of the trial one testimony, all of it, every witness, to see if there were any holes in any witness testimony, and obviously we would go over motions and stuff like that. So our yeah, I mean, we were engaged in talking about the Karen Reed case, Aiden's case, and also Mike Crawford's case after he was sued by two of Grant Smith Ellis's friends. So our professional relationship was in lockstep all the way through to basically the end of June. She's a very good attorney, very good. So I had to say that if anybody's ever questioned her veracity and her skill set as an attorney, I can tell you right now, she's really good. In fact, one of the other moments I'm just thinking about is like when Aperture, I did a lot of research as well for the community and for Nan on like Brian Albert just got his PI license, okay?
Okay.
9 months before that announcement came out, I did all the due diligence on Brian Albert because he slipped on trial one testimony, and he had a company registered with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Secretary of State so that he would have a business after he retired. And then 9 months later, he got his PI license. I did that for the community and for Nan. I also did all the research on Aperture for Aiden, for Nan, and everyone else. And when Burgess testified, Nan was in town. And when Alessi tore him a new ass, I'm like, holy shit, man. They could disqualify Aperture just based on his testimony as unreliable. And we went through all the Supreme Court precedent. And after Alessi finished Burgess off, Karen Reed and his team were in their private room, and Nan was there on the outside, and they were poised to file the motion to disqualify Aperture, and that would have led to the NTD, the motion to dismiss, because they would have not had expert testimony on accident reconstruction. We were all psyched out for that, and they didn't do it, but they were going to do it. They would have gotten that NTD just based on Burgess, but something happened internally, and they changed their mind. But again, going back to that, work product that we were doing. I mean, Aperture had no revenue with the Commonwealth on the bills that were being paid by the Commonwealth. The Burgess testimony was a complete failure, and Nan and I were like, "Damn, man, there's Supreme Court precedent to have these guys disqualified, and Karen would have the motion to dismiss granted based on Supreme Court precedent." We were like, "Holy shit, this could really happen," and Nan was in town for it too. So it was, man. Nan's a good attorney, trust me. When we talk shit through, we're all on the same page. We understand what the precedents are, what the processes are in terms of the motions and stuff like that. We did good work for the community last year. It was cool. Yeah, Nan's a very good attorney. And as far as I'm concerned, she's a great guest for any stream. So I had to say that she's fucking good. She is good.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't really have an opinion. I don't have an opinion
Yeah.
on her.
And I know people like have this thing about her donating money, but I mean, she's very successful. So if she wants to support both defense funds, like she has, and content creators, I think people should embrace that, knowing literally last year was like her first year, and let her become part of the community so that everybody gets to know her. She's comfortable, and she's an asset.
So how come
She's
you
a true asset.
ate in that voicemail from the New Jersey lady? Like, I found that quite gross.
Okay, now I can help you with that. Okay, so there's federal law in the United States that if someone leaves a voicemail, and there's a introduction on that voicemail which was not played on Twitter, that would state that privacy is not guaranteed, she would be permitted to go ahead and provide that voicemail to Aiden.
Okay, and so that's okay. I hear you. It's a little bit
Yeah.
like, there's an argument to, okay, fine. So it wasn't illegal.
It's called, and just so you know, it's called the Electronic Communications Privacy Act.
But why would you do
It's
that and then give Aiden permission to post it?
It's not. It
because
doesn't feel very ethical. Whether it's legal or not is a different issue.
That's my point.
yeah. Well, ethics aside, it's clear law. Aiden would ask permission to go ahead and disseminate it, which in all likelihood that's what happened. And yeah, ethically, a bar association, when they look at ethics and common law ethics, there would be two different standards. So in terms of the bar association, if someone filed an ethics complaint, obviously there would be a review.
What's happened? Hello? Is it me or is it your end? Is it my end or your end?
I can't hear him anymore. Oh, something happened. Looks like I got knocked off.
Yep, we lost you.
Yep.
So common ethics, and also the bar association would be a little bit whatever state she would be licensed in. Well, that complaint, she was never going to be a potential client of hers. That's the thing. She's a medical malpractice. She works with hospitals and doctors, and this was not going to be the kind of case. So it sounded like, to me, it was a purposeful call that would, I don't know, just it didn't sound like it was a true intent call for representation. I'll just put it that way. If that makes sense. It just sounded like she was fishing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I just feel like it's one of those things where it's best just not to. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
Position,
Better safe than sorry.
as a lawyer, just don't get kind of messy like that. Don't play in the gray areas, I feel like.
Well, I can tell you right now, guys, if there's one thing I've seen since the end of the trial last year, is there are a lot of people that have been straying into gray areas.
Oh, certainly. That doesn't mean I mean, I'm still, if I see something, I'm still gonna, I guess, speak on it, and I know how I have quite a few attorneys in my life, and my sister being one of them, I have uncles, and like, I know how closely they guard certain things like that. And to not say that everyone is like that, but it's a big deal. And same with the doctors in my family and patient confidentiality. Like, they don't play with certain things. So it's just weird for me to see that in such a public setting. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it this way: if I got a call like that, even if I had the privacy disclosure, which would pretty much waive privacy. I still wouldn't have done that. I would have advised that the individual called seeking representation, and as a former journalist, I would have done a written report rather than playing the voicemail over Twitter. I would have written a story. That's what I would have done. That would have been my professional process. I would have done that. I wouldn't have broadcast the voicemail over Twitter, and I would have written a written report. That's what I would have done. That's just me. Now, again, legally, she would have had that disclosure on her voicemail, saying that privacy was not guaranteed, and she would have met the requirements under state and federal law. But again, I get it. I just, I knew she was going to be covered legally. And when I saw all the...
I wouldn't speak to something and accuse an attorney of doing something illegal either.
Yeah. So like, I think I remember. In fact, I think I remember Lisa making a pretty big deal out of it, and I was like, her voicemail recording is going to be covered under federal law for sure. But I get it. Layman's, it looks really, it looks off for sure. But I knew she was going to be covered.
So Barry, tell me a little bit off topic. So who have you met? Have you met Chrissy?
No, I haven't been up to Massachusetts since pre-pandemic, 2019.
Okay, so you've never met any of these people in person?
No, I have not.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So, funny story. This is how I found out about the Karen Reed case. I was living in Florida when that storm hit, so I remember that storm very vividly because I have family up there still, and I never used Twitter before this case, and I popped in, looked around, and there was this guy by the name of Brian Riccio. Do any of you guys remember Brian Riccio by chance?
I don't.
Okay. Well, Brian is an anti-free Karen, God bless his soul, was anti-free Karen Reed.
And he's passed since?
Yes. Yeah. So, Brian Riccio used to work for a client of mine.
You really mean to say that?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, no, go ahead.
So, Mr. Riccio, God rest his soul, worked for a client of mine. And when I saw him going at Aiden Carney,
I was going to say, I didn't say he was really mean to Aiden.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember when he passed away, only because Aiden spoke. Okay, yeah, I'm with you, gotcha.
Yeah, so when I saw Mr. Riccio and Aiden Carney going at it, I'm like, well, I knew who Aiden was, and I knew Mr. Riccio.
And how did you know who Aiden was? How did you know who it was?
Number one, I was a journalist, and he's a journalist. And number two, I was a sports journalist as well. And he used to call in on a sports show in Boston on WEEI. So when I would listen to WEEI, I heard Aiden call in a lot. So that's how I.
Do you like him?
Yeah.
You're a fan?
I'll put it this way. His work on the Karen Reed case should have led to a nomination for the Pulitzer. And I can also tell you that if I had done some of the things that he had done with an editor and a publisher to report to, I would have been fired. Does that make sense? I would have been fired.
No, I know that, but that's fair because he worked for himself and that he.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, publisher, editor, and journalist. Yeah.
I think the beauty of what Aiden does is that he does work for himself. He couldn't do what he does if he did have an employer.
100%. Yeah. Again, that's the beauty of being a self-published journalist is that he,
I respect calling him a journalist. You don't call him a blogger. I respect that.
He's a journalist.
He is.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. He's a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, as far as I'm concerned, his work on the Karen Reed case should have earned him a nomination for the Pulitzer. I would have thought that he would definitely been a finalist. I heard nothing about any of the nominations that I was told that were entered. So to me, I certainly thought he was worthy of a Pulitzer. I'll put it that way, especially a New England
I have
Pulitzer.
said the same thing. Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah. So
A lot of people don't read his articles, right? They know that he's got his website where well, people say his blog, but where he writes his articles, and from his articles is where then he like he writes his articles and then he does his stream, which is based on his article for that,
yeah, most of the time, and sometimes he doesn't. Yes, most of the time, and sometimes he has streams that doesn't require an article.
No, and I think he's got that kind of personality where he could just start a stream, and he has done that often, where he would just be like, I've got no plan for this, I don't know, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and he'll find something, and yeah, that's usually actually more often than not those streams turn out to be like the best. But yeah, a lot of people do just tune into his streams or know about his streams. But his writing has been great as prior to any AI like ChatGPT or Grok. So he's fucking capable. He is a good writer. Like he's an intelligent man. I remember when I first learnt like during his streams that he was an ex-high school teacher. I was fucking blown away. I was both blown away and impressed. I loved it so much. And history too, like an ex-high school history teacher. I was like, holy shit. This, like, it almost just doesn't suit him if you, to me. I know it now, and it's almost like ingrained now. So I'm like, I get it. But when I first realized that when I was watching his stuff, I was like, holy shit, fuck off. This guy being a high school teacher and teaching history, what the hell? I think that's half the reason why I liked him so much to begin with, because I'm like, okay, this is cool. So, like his story, his entrepreneurial story, I think, and whether or not it was kind of forced, that might have been the way, where his alias was blown as to who he was when he was blogging, and so it didn't align with being a secondary school teacher, which is fair. I get that. I can appreciate that. But yeah, I think it's all the more impressive for me, at least.
His family is they are a very impressive family. The Carney family is impressive.
Do you like him?
Most of the time, yeah. Sometimes
What do you like about him?
When he breaks a big story, you know it's going to be big. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
So, like, I give.
No, you go.
So professionally, when he breaks a big story, you know it's going to be big. So I'll give you an example. Last year, the Ron Donahue story regarding jury tampering.
Oh yeah.
That was for me. I was really looking forward to reading that story when it came out. I was like, holy shit! The jury was